I got hit by a car in 2015 and damn near lost my life. That was a week after my birthday. May 17th was my birthday. May 23rd, 2015 was the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. I had my clients, we were riding down through on 9W, coming through Fort Lee, and car cut in front of me. And I was doing, I think probably doing like 25 miles an hour plus coming through that section. And someone cut right in front of me and I hit the broadside of the car, went through the windshield. And I woke up, I guess, hours later in the hospital, face all lacerated up and cut my nose, it's messed up. So facially, you know, they repaired my face. I had my nose got chipped off because of a shard of glass. Cut my nose off. Had a big gash underneath my nose that was wide open because of something to cut my nose or cut the top part of my lip. It's kind of hard to talk about, but I'll get through it. And then I had 8 broken ribs, and that was not the hard part. The hard part was a week later. I started having internal bleeding in my liver and ended up having 4 liver surgeries and spent 38 days in the hospital. I went from 193 pounds to 160 pounds in 40 days. And that was the toughest thing I've ever had to deal with. Physically, mentally, spiritually. But the good part of it is it's helped me see that I can drive and do things that seem impossible for many because I've been through what I've been through. I'll be 51 in May, and you know, last year and the years previous, it really gave me an opportunity and perspective to look at how I act and how I deal with people, how I deal with myself. Because in truth, if I don't keep focusing on changing and building my behavior and changing my behavior, it's more difficult to help other people excel and grow and develop if my skill set and behavior isn't up to par. So I've worked really hard on working to change that. You know, I feel more centered than I've ever been. A lot of it's based around, I see things a little differently now. It's not to be let's say it's a bad thing, but it's not much time. And I have to really maximize the time that I have. We don't know, we just don't know. So I have to do my very best to be the best that I can be to help other people. And now I see that more now than I did before. A lot of it was, in the past, was a lot of ego, a lot of oh, it's about me, it's about David, it's about this, that, and the third. Now I really see, especially for the level of the business and where we're at, from CIS training systems perspective, that I'm helping people change their viewpoint and their perspective by the things that we speak about and the things that we do. So if I'm not right, how can I help other people be right? I have a brother and a sister. My brother's older. My brother's 60. My sister's 58. I'm 50. I'll be 51. We have a very close family. I'm from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania originally, And we were really all about family. We were all about togetherness, closeness, Sunday dinners. You know, I was. It's kind of funny. Everybody would kind of line up. The guys in my family would line up, and I was the family barber. I cut people's hair. So you see, I cut mine because I had to do it. It saves me money anyway. Um, absolutely. So our family is very tight, and a lot of it's based around my family value. I'm part Indian, actually. No one knows that. So I'm 80% Cherokee Indian, and part of that whole cultural component of how we grew up as kids is based around that model, that understanding of family and of tribe. It's kind of interesting if you think about a tribe perspective. That's kind of what family is. It's tribe. Um, so when I think about family, family is very important to me. Um, I wish I was with my brother and sister more. My sister lives in Virginia. My brother lives in Florida. It's kind of interesting. I live in the northern part of the United States. My sister lives in the middle of the United States, and my brother lives in the southern part of the United States. But they are my heart and soul. They my brother especially is so grounded and is never wavering, and the things that he says and does really helps me stay connected and grounded. And my sister is just an amazing person. She taught me how to be realistic and to not take things lightly. Um, when I said family, we're from a small town in Gettysburg, and what I've learned from that environment, and having my sister kind of be my right hand, per se. She really helped me see what's really important, what's really, really, really important. Life is important, get that. Relationships are important, got that too. But what she really helped me see is, how do I better me? How do I better me? And I talk to her every Friday. It's kind of cool. I talk to her every Friday. It's like clockwork Friday. Because a lot of what she shares with me, it's from my mom. My mom passed away years ago, but she's a splitting image of my mom, and her knowledge and her caretaking and her, I'll just say it, her non-bullshit attitude. It's here it is. This is the way it is, and take it for what it is. But you have to be really relevant in the things that you say and do, especially the work that you do now. And she's very clear about that. And a lot of what I've learned from her is how I act in my business now. That's family to me. The other side of the family that I feel is important is the members of our program, is the family. It really helps me personally stay connected to the passion that I love to do. I'll give you an example. The month of April 2020 is a tough month for me because, number one, we are trying so hard to maintain connection and synergy with our members that I'm working all the time, and that's okay. That's okay, and that's what an owner of a business has to do, is to go above and beyond the call of duty. And yes, I'm tired, and that's okay. And this too shall pass. This too shall pass. But if I'm not at that level, how can I expect other people to do it? To me, that's what a leader does, and that's that's what a family does. That's what a family helps themselves to support themselves based around people who have like-minded thought processes and perspective around how to grow. So if I'm not doing that, how can I expect other people to do that? So that's family to me. Go!